Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss you. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Put it in different ways. It may be the communists may want perfect state, perfect environment. It's the same problem, you understand? It's the same issue, only put in different words, the tomorrow. So that may be, I'm asking, one of the fundamental reasons why human beings don't change. Because they have this, the perfect highest principle, called in India Brahman, Nirvana by the Buddhists, heaven by the Christians, and so on, so on, so on. That may be one of the fundamental reasons why human beings don't change. The perfect ideal, the perfect man or woman, which means the what is not important, but that is important. The perfect ideal is important. The perfect state is important. The highest, the nameless is important. So don't bother with what is. Don't look at what is, but translate what is in terms of what should be.
Hey, get him off of here right now, because it's getting abusive how hard Krishnamurti is hitting folk. Don't bother with the what is. Listen, he said, focus on what should be. I should have a different type of relationship than the one that I grew up around with my parents. No. That is the what is in your spirit. If it wasn't for Krishnamurti talking about the what is, we wouldn't have Eckhart Tolle talking about the power of now. Do you understand? The what is. Most of us can't deal with the what is of ourselves. And if you got unhealed wounds co-authoring your relationship expectation, I'm telling you, you are spiritually misaligned. It goes back to the clip I played earlier. Thomas Campbell. He's talking about the simulation. Well, how do we master the simulation? We have to lower entropy. How do we lower entropy? Entropy, second law of thermodynamics. The longer a thermodynamic system goes on, the more it begins to break down into chaos, disorder. It means I can no longer access the energy that was in a particular thermodynamic system. Well, an intimate relationship, theoretically and metaphorically, is a thermodynamic system. And psychologically, we lose the spark. How do I access the energy that can never be destroyed but only change form? Doesn't relationship rupture sends us down a path towards relational entropy? Disorder? I can no longer access the energy of when we were good. So what does he say? How do you cultivate love? He said love is a zero state, this is Thomas Campbell, a zero state of entropy. Well, what creates entropy in intimate relationships? Unhealed wounds. Wounds that haven't been addressed. People who aren't individuated. According to Carl Jung's system, individuation, merging the shadow with the mask you wear. You know what I mean? People are afraid to even look at that damn shadow. Go back to my question before we came forward. Do you relate because you're whole? Or do you relate to become whole? And how does that distinction dictate your suffering? What if attachment wounds masqueraded as chemistry? And your soulmate is your trauma reenactment partner in divine costume, cosplay. If your nervous system is still regulated by someone who hurt you, are you even here now, relating, or are you relapsing? Oh, God. Chop up the questions. Just chop up the questions and put them on YouTube. Put them on all social media. Just chop up the questions. If your nervous system is still regulated by someone who hurt you, are you even here now, relating? Or are you relapsing? Do you love the person or the role they play in your holographic reenactment of unresolved childhood metaphysics? Is your relationship a collaboration of consciousness or a mutual agreement to avoid individuation? I just want peace. I just want quiet. I will tear y'all faces off with these questions. These are the real questions that should be had. Nobody ever taught us to even seek this type of discussion, but it is important. You can't trust a plan from a divided man. Ooh, you can't trust a plan from a fractured woman. You can't trust a relational plan from a wounded man or a wounded woman. You simply can't. Because the wounds are silently in control. They never saw you. They never knew you. They never understood you. They weren't with you for that. Here we go. We got callers on the line. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sean, Oakland, California, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Sean, Oakland, California, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Sean? 3, 2, 1. Call us back, Sean. Reverend L, Dallas, Texas.
What's up, Brother Zoe?
Hey, man, you already know I'm in here acting up. So what you on today?
Man, I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna be nice.
No, so, man, enjoy yourself. This your time to shine, brother. Enjoy yourself, man.
Okay, I got 2 points. I got 2 positions I want to look at.
Go ahead.
Okay, so one, when you made made reference to the relationship, how people what they attract. A lot of people, I feel like, these are my own personal thoughts. I feel like when people attract, they attract what they are. They don't attract opposites. The opposites are what intrigues them, but they're not attracted to them. They're, like you said, you made a mention of the things that they continuously want to get hurt. They're looking for something to
betray them, something to hurt them. Yeah,
they're looking for that type of thing, and that's a mismanagement of attraction. Ooh. So they stay too long in a season, and a lot of times people feel like, oh, this is my season. This is my season. Sometimes it's not your season. And you're trying to make a square peg fit into a round hole just because it looked good. But that's not their season. It's not their season right now. And again, everything doesn't have to be on your timetable.
Right.
It's okay to relax and take time for yourself. And like right now in summertime, some people don't like summertime. It's cool. It's fine. But don't make that the end all be all when you may find somebody who can help you get through those attachment issues that you have, those little things that make the the hair stick up on your arm because like, oh, this person makes me feel vulnerable. And instead of leaning into that, you lean away from it because you don't want to address what's really going on with you. They're trying to help you.
Keep going, Rev. Where the keys at, man? Where the organ? We need a praise break. Lord have mercy. Thank you. The mismanagement of attraction is what the man said, Lord. Hey, man, let me just say, man, you cooking with the rarest grease, brother. You are cooking with the rarest grease, man. So let me ask.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever, because I know people, let me just say, I know people struggle, right, with looking internally and then taking responsibility for what they discover internally, right? We already understand that nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own kind of backpack, spiritual backpack full of psychological issues that they need to deal with, right? We got all of that off the table. That's understood. Have you ever just said, you know what? I'm going to go off the beaten path and I'm just going to create a relationship blueprint that's not based on any of that? Have you tried to do that? Did you find it difficult, or did you always go back to the patterns you knew? Talk to me. Those established patterns. Talk to me.
Personally, once I grew up, I had to find out that's those usual patterns that you run into. You're going to keep running into the same thing. So when I got of mature age, and I wanted to have something better for myself, knowing that sometimes I'm the problem, I had to do stuff different. So it's not a nice thing to know what type of issues and stuff that trigger you when it comes to a relationship. So I had to veer off and start doing stuff different. You know, to like you just said, I had to. If I wanted something, and I wanted something different for myself, because I'm seeing that I'm running into the same situation, and that same situation wasn't always in my favor. It looked like it was, but it wasn't.
Wow. Hey, brother. You cooking. You cook. Keep cooking.
So another thing I wanted to mention about these relationships, like you just said a minute ago, people think these relationships actually complete that person. Like, oh, yeah, I found my person. This person completes me. And I don't believe that off the jump until that person that says that has to be healed themselves. Because a lot of times we try to find the happiness through somebody else. We want to make somebody else bring that happiness to me. And it's like, oh, yeah, this person, I just love this person. What's the phrase that these women say now? My man, my man, my man. They throwing it on that person. Why you can't put that energy into yourself first and let that person gravitate to you and like, okay, you know what, this person right here, they have an aura about themselves, and they're helping me become a better person, not just making that look like, oh, well, I found my happiness, this is my person, and all this other stuff. It's like, because people going to come and go. But what do you have to offer? What kind of spirit do you have?
Lord.
Like people tune into this show because they like to hear good conversations coming from a good person, coming from a good place, and that's what you gravitate to.
Right.
But guess what? Zoe don't complete me. He's not. Oh, you know what? The
Talk
voice
to
of
him.
reason don't complete me.
Talk
You
to
know
him.
what I'm saying? It's like that's. You want to be somewhere where you feel accepted and wanted, but that does not complete who I am.
Right.
I like being here. I love the fellowship. I love all of that. Those are things that you gravitate to.
Right.
But it don't complete me.
And sometimes people gravitate to it because they lack it. That's the hurt. That's the hurt locker. I don't have it, but I know what I want, and this feels like what I want. But what I'm going to do is push it back on you and say, it's your responsibility to have it, and you can have it. You're just coming here because it takes less effort to listen than it does to go inward.
Yes, sir.
Do you see? Man, hey. Reverend L. Ratchet, guess what you just did, fam?
Brought Dallas, Texas in the building.
Dallas, Texas is on the board. You already know the big state of Texas always shows up and shows out. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is follow the simple protocol. Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. That's the number to dial. Do you require love, or are you addicted to the feeling of being needed by the version of yourself you become in their eyes? Ugh. Just clip up the questions. Do you require love? Or are you addicted to the feeling of being needed by the version of yourself you become in their eyes? If every relationship is a mirror, are you brave enough to love someone who reflects your wholeness instead of your wounds? Who's writing the relationship blueprint for you? Is it up to you? You have free will? Or is there a divine plan that Thomas Campbell hinted to? When we come forward, the voice of reason is going to Oakland, California to talk to one of our regulars. Here we go.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
What about you? Yeah.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time. Whenever news breaks, while we're on the air, it's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580. And we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you, thank you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
kiss me, drive me crazy. Would you do that for me, lady? You say you want my baby, girl, if that's a fact, lady, then melt into me, lady, as though we were wax. Erase all my maybes. Would you do that for me, lady? Oh, oh, oh. Your body's designed by the wisdom of time, and I couldn't live without you, without losing my mind. Oh, you're the answer to my prayers, and just like fresh air, you keep me alive. You cannot.
No one ever really talks about what it means to be misaligned. People are just really afraid to own the consequences of their decisions in such a drastic, self-responsible way. Because once they do, then there's no other choice but to start making decisions from alignment. It takes a lot of courage to look at the decisions you've made that got you to the place that you are and make a new decision, follow through with that decision, commit to that decision to get yourself back to alignment.
Well, that was concise. So, to the point of equally yoked, and I'm going to the phone lines. To the point of equally yoked, people are bringing it up. Oh, equally yoked. Don't you know when you're unhealed, you're still equally yoked? Patrick Carnes' trauma bonding proved that. Both of you are wounded and haven't really healed. And you're attracted to each other. You're equally yoked to the broken home you came from. Yes, I know no one's ever said it that way, but that's what it is. And when you heal, you attract health. You see? You attract another healed person. You don't need to be two broken fragments that are puzzle pieced together to make one whole person or one whole relationship. No, you come in whole. But most people think if they got money in their wallet, they come in whole. Or if they have a job, they come in whole. Oh, listen, man, there's a lot of holes in your hole. You really holy for show. Listen, can a relationship that works still be spiritually irrelevant? These questions cracking me up. Can a relationship that works still be spiritually irrelevant? You frustrated with them because you're not individuated from within. They remind you of what you suppress, but you've attracted it. You're equally yoked. Jeez. We got callers. Let's get them in here. Sean, Oakland, California, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Brother, well, it seems like there's a lot of topics.
No, it's only one topic. It's only one, brother.
Well, okay. Well, you definitely went on the look. I love this show. My thing is, when we're talking about topics or people in relationships, the most important thing, which you give them all a lot of very good things to deal with, is resilience. I mean, if you cannot be resilient and have a process agenda, like you know how, you can't predict how the next day is going to be and the next day, but you are willing to have a process agenda and just love the agenda. Right. Even when it sucks, brother, even when it just kicks your ass and hits you upside the head, and all that stuff. The process agenda is what life is. It's going to happen, people. Let me tell you something. It's going to happen.
Yes.
So the main thing you can do is prepare yourself and get ahead of it. I always tell people this, I always say it's better not to react. It's better to get ahead of it. Get ahead of it, even if you're wrong, get ahead of it.
Right.
Because even if you're wrong, you're ahead of it, and now you can make an adjustment.
Yeah. I love that, Sean.
That's my 2 cents.
We appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for the wisdom, man. Guess what you
Love
just
you, brother.
did, bro?
Oakland in the house.
Town business in the house. Hey, we got one of my favorite callers on. I'm going to save him because he going to need a little time to spread out. You feel me? He got some things he got to cover, and we up against the clock, and I don't want to get him started and then have to cut him off. But these are important questions. And I'm using the Socratic method, right? Because the questions are designed to elicit mindfulness, introspection. The questions are designed to make you go, wow, I never looked at it that way. I never thought of it that way. And because we don't know the questions to ask, I'm formulating them and putting them out. Now, in quantum or cosmology, right, Einstein, he came up with 12, 15, 16, maybe 12 or so cosmological constants. Those cosmological constants are so precise that they indicate that someone finely tuned them. The whole universe is fine-tuned. We live in a part of the galaxy called the Goldilocks zone. Oh, even relationships have a Goldilocks zone. Oh, wow. So metaphorically speaking, I'm asking, has spirit finely tuned your relationship experiences? Designed to get you to up-level yourself. I use the analogy of Satan, the word Satan meaning adversary, adversity. What is a life without adversity? When we come forward, man, is your way better than the divine way?
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Maryland Governor Wes Moore is adding $10.5 million to Maryland's EARN program to expand job training and career opportunities for over 2,900 residents. Of that, $4 million will support current training providers, while $6.5 million will focus on placing workers in high-demand, higher-wage fields like healthcare, helping residents gain skills for better-paying jobs across the state. Sean Diddy Combs' attorneys and prosecutors now agree to keep his October 3rd sentencing date. Combs, found guilty of transporting people for prostitution, remains in custody while awaiting sentencing. Former Librarian of Congress Carla Hayden has joined the Mellon Foundation as a senior fellow. She will advise on expanding public knowledge through libraries and archives as the foundation works to strengthen these institutions amid challenges. Hayden was appointed by President Obama in 2016 and subsequently fired by President Trump in May of this year. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready?
Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure. My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now, we talk about a lot of things, but we never really talk about setting the tone in your relationship. You set the tone by how you express yourself, by how you show up, by your choices, by your behaviors, by your actions, by the words that you use. How are you treating and showing up in your relationship? Can your partner be themselves, or do they walk on eggshells because of your mocking, your constant interruptions, your belittling, patronizing, condescending behavior? Are they comfortable speaking and raising concerns and speaking about how they feel, or do they have to worry about your deflection, your dismissiveness, and your justifications, and your over-explaining or you minimizing their feelings? Do they shut down now because of the way you have poorly handled and managed conflict in the past, or maybe the tactics that you have used, manipulation and persuasive and control tactics that have just overwhelmed them emotionally? As each disagreement or raised concern resulted in an argument, how attentive are you to their needs?
Oh, Lord, she breaking it down, and she's cooking with the rarest grease, and I love what she's saying. We got callers on the line. I want to get to them, but my goodness. Most people haven't figured it out yet. You simply don't know how to be with another human being. That's why most of your actions are performative. That's why you know how to say the right thing. You have to say the right thing if you want to keep you don't want to lose the relationship. You don't want to offend them, right? Everything is an act. When a relationship gets to the point where I can be okay with the fullness of who I am, flaws and all, then I can be in a relationship with someone at the same level of consciousness. Do you see how difficult it is to be in a relationship with someone at your level of consciousness if you haven't healed? Everything is about, let me not offend. Let me not upset. I don't want to lose them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got to leave because that looked like something I experienced before. Do you get what I'm saying? People have no idea how relationships are really supposed to work. You're supposed to be in a relationship with a human being. You're supposed to be able to make a mistake and your partner be the first cheerleader by your side. Like, hey, I get it. You don't have to be everything and every answer and every solution and every whatever to me. I get it. You failed us in this moment. Listen to what I'm saying. You failed us in this moment. You failed your commitment. But because I'm healed, I'm not destroyed by you falling. Unhealed people get destroyed by another unhealed person falling. Falling is part of the human condition. We are beautiful flaws, and we don't know how to be with each other as flawed people. If you succeeded in manifesting your relationship plan, but it interrupts your soul's curriculum, have you failed or been seduced? I'm just going to go where I'm wanted. Let me read that again. If you succeeded in manifesting your relationship plan, but it interrupts your soul's curriculum, have you failed or have you been seduced? Who authored your ideal partner? Your essence or your ego's coping fantasy? Listen. Somebody put the questions out there. All right, Theo from Charleston, South Carolina. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
So, like, everything you're saying right now is heavy, weighing heavy right now, like, from where I'm at right now. But I'm being told that I have been lying. Like, I've been lying the whole time. Like, no. The part of what I've tried to show up as, like you said, that part was not looked at from a space of, like...
this is what you sent me in the DM the other day.
Right.
Okay,
correct.
So I have an answer for you.
Talk to me.
I'm just going to be honest with you. You got to stop doing things to get something back. You got to start being. You say, hey, I did this and I didn't get whatever result you were looking for by doing this. It's performative. She probably can feel that you're trying to do something to elicit a particular response from her. That's really what you're after, a particular response. Don't do something that isn't in alignment with who you are. Be open, be honest, be truthful. I know it's difficult. I struggled with it for many years. But listen, you got to stand in your spirit and say, I'm saying this from a truthful, authentic, integrous space. I'm not saying this from a covert, manipulative space because I want you to respond a certain way. Now, this is the reason why I didn't respond to your message in the DM, because I knew the answer would be long. Does that make sense to you?
But yes, it makes sense to me. And you went in depth with your response. Sometimes I'm not going to say that because I already said it. Like, wait a minute. If you already said it, then I would have gotten it. I wouldn't have asked you to even repeat it.
But again, sometimes your insecurities will, and I'm talking just you. I don't know what her insecurities are. I'm just talking you. Sometimes you let your insecurities dictate how you communicate and how you perform. Am I lying?
I believe that's everyone.
No, we're not talking to everyone, Theo.
Yeah, true.
We talking just to you right now.
Point me.
So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, you are in an inauthentic space, bro. And she's still a woman, whether she healed or unhealed. She can sense it. She can pick it up. So why wouldn't she be defensive? You're not coming from an authentic, true space. You're coming from a space of, let me see if this works on her. Am I lying?
Wait.
Did I lie?
No.
Okay. So do you see what I'm saying? This is why I'm asking you, and I think my answer to your response in that DM, I said, man, you gotta go to therapy. Did I not?
Yeah.
Just go to therapy. Stop trying to do relationship for dummies. I listen to the show and learn what I need to learn. No, go to therapy. Pick a sister. Usually the sisters be tapped in on both the spirit and the clinical. Go to one of them. Find a good one and work it out, bro. And I'm talking about with yourself. Not trying to manipulate it. Well, I heard Zoe say, and I read this book. No. Go do some work for real and try to address yourself, brother. Does that make sense?
No, I understand that part.
All right.
And I keep going back. Okay, no, I understand you got to go. I'm sorry.
No, but you keep going back to what?
No, the narrative of understanding that, like, coming through survival mode and trying to get into a space where I have a steady foundation to be able to make that even happen.
Right. So let's go back. Let me just say, you being wounded and hurt and unhealed, man, you have a God-given sovereign right to be upset, to display righteous indignation. You have a right to be despondent. But how long are you going to stay there? And why should you? Right? Whatever was triggered in you is for you to heal, not for your partner to capitulate and conform. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't be a toxic nice guy who gets mad after doing something nice and not getting the response they wanted.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes all the sense in the world.
That
definitely does.
Hey, guess what you just did, my brother?
Charleston in the house.
Charleston, South Carolina in the building. Hey, if you want to get your city up on the board, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we got the bishop, deaconess in the house. When we come forward, we going to Mississippi.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, it's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Are you tired of stains stealing your shine? California Cleaners is where you go to rescue your wardrobe. They don't just clean, they elevate. Hand washing, crisp laundry, and precise alterations, all while keeping your wallet happy. Listen, all you gotta do is connect with them in the beautiful city of Inglewood. Whether it's grass-stained jeans, silk that's seen better days, or a hemline emergency before date night, you're on deck with California Cleaners, located at 1326 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California. Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Much like romancing. How'd you like to wine and dine? I'd like to take you dancing. Candlelights and dinner. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll dance to sweet music. Like some sexual healing.
I was always so fearful that one wrong choice, one slip up, one mess up was going to ruin my entire destiny and the plan of God. on my life. I said, Deanna, you have to break free from the belief that it all lies on you. I had never heard that before, so in my spirit, it went against everything that I was taught. The Lord continues to remind me that when He speaks, even if it goes against what I was raised in, His voice has the final say and the final authority. And I can find proof of that in His scripture. And so this was one of those times where I had to release the idea that my entire destiny, the weight of everything that God had for me, rested all on my shoulders. I never meant for you to carry that. Better yet, I never expected you to. This thing that we're cultivating between us, this beautiful relationship, this harmony, this symphony that is orchestrating itself, doesn't call for perfection. It calls for inclusion. Relationship, I don't expect you to always get it right. I expect you to include me in the process.
Man, we on complete fire tonight. You know we got to save the best for last, of course. We love her to death. She's going to give us some food for thought. It's Nikki from Mississippi. Nikki, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Brothers on the fam.
Hey.
I'm going to go quick.
I know.
To answer your question, is a seduction and a failure. Anything that steers you away from where the soul is designed is both, generally. Because the seduction is what draws you away from where the soul or the spirit is trying to get you to go. And you can be seduced by anything. It's not always just a sexual seduction.
Right.
Your ego can be seduced away from where your spirit self is trying to get you to go. Food for thought. And I said in the chat, you asked about spiritual yoking.
Yes.
You know, the church talks a lot about unequally yoked.
Come on.
I have a theory.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't think it's all the time unequally yoked. I think the yokes are the same, but they unhealed yokes.
Ooh,
and so what are you yoking with? Are you yoking with somebody who's avoidant and you're giving them supply? Right? I think we sometimes, a lot of times, oftentimes, are equally yoked in the same poor place. If the yoke is the place where the nourishment is supposed to come from.
Right.
Even if it's negative, because to you, if you're that person who's unhealed, that's nourishment to you.
That's heavy.
But so I'm saying, consider what kind of nourishment are you giving, even to yourself, before you offer that to another person.
100%. Love it. Hey. Nikki, guess what you just did, sweetheart?
I brought the sip in the building. I still love everybody.
We love you too. The Mississippi on the board. You already know how I go. What if the institution of love is the most effective psychological operation ever devised? A socially sanctioned hallucination that anesthetizes us from encountering the unbearable truth of our own unintegrated selves. We do not fall in love, we relapse into each other. Every relationship is a psychodynamic hologram, an echo chamber of the unconscious where two nervous systems reenact their ungrieved wounds under the guise of connection. You think you're choosing your partner, but you're really just choosing the familiar pain you've survived best. The blueprint of your attachment isn't poetic, it's neurological. That spark, it's often trauma recognizing itself in drag. The lie is this: intimacy doesn't heal, it reveals. It doesn't complete you, it exposes the fractures you've spent your entire ego's architecture defending against. And when the mirror shatters, we call it betrayal. But what's actually betrayed is your illusion that someone else could ever do the emotional labor your inner child still avoids. The soul doesn't crave partnership, it craves obliteration, integration, annihilation of false constructs. But the ego hijacks this and makes it about partnership, monogamy, twin flame, divine unions, anything to avoid the raw terror of self-confrontation. Love, in this framework, becomes not salvation, but sedative. Let us be psychologically precise. The need to be loved is often the residual panic of an unparented nervous system. What we call connection is frequently codependence with better branding. Listen, man. The desire to be chosen is a bypass for self-abandonment. The longing for forever is a trauma-induced protest against impermanence. We fetishize security because we do not know how to metabolize uncertainty. And we romanticize suffering because our earliest models of love taught us that inconsistency and unavailability and detachment equals value. I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. The Voice of Reason, Tuesday night. You already know what it was. I'll be back here tomorrow. My Friday Eve. I love y'all. I appreciate everybody for being here. I'll be back with another slapper. Deuces.
She has a certain quota to fill. He wants to buy a new
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Tammy Eswick with BIN News Now. The National UFO Reporting Center releasing a new report